Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers, welcome back to another match day of What's Football with our fans, with your favorite social football analyst, Tepiso Piti, aka Tepzoro. To the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see because I surely like what I do. And make sure to join the returning ballers who continue to show me gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. So the latest major Galactico signing is clearly showing right now that he's the most informed player in the world, and we can clearly call him the best midfielder in the world. Talking about the 100 million man named Jude Bellingham, who's joined Real Madrid and started the season on fire with 6 goals in 6 games. The impact that he has made wasn't expected to be at this level, although we did expect him to do well. He started off pre-season injured just after his signing, with him not playing most of the matches in America, but was able to make it fit for the start of the season. And seeing the position that he's been playing, we're getting some flashbacks of premium Kaká in his prime, as well as Frank Lampard under Ancelotti. Ancelotti has basically reverted back to the pure formation we know Ancelotti for, a 4-4-2 diamond formation. We've seen it through the years at AC Milan, with Gattuso being the deep man, having Seedorf on the left and Bale on the right, and then with Kaká charging into the box, marauding through the midfield. At Chelsea, he deployed the same formation in his first season, with Lampard playing in that Kaká role, supported by Malouda and Ballack on the flanks, and then having a player like Essien or Mikel being the defensive midfielder. And now he's using the same formula this season. Behind Vinicius and Rodrigo at the beginning of the season, although now Joselu has taken Rodrigo's Vinicius' position with the injury. Back in the day, it was Crespo and Inzaghi. With Chelsea, it was Didier and Anelka. This is pure Ancelotti, and the man thriving is Jude Bellingham, in the same manner in which Kaká thrived to lead AC Milan to a Champions League title and win a Ballon d'Or, as well as Frank Lampard obtaining a 20-goal season in the Premier League. Jude Bellingham is definitely in line to catch those numbers, with him playing in that number 10 role and having Tchouaméni being the defensive mid behind him, whilst Modric is rotated with Valverde and Camavinga is rotated with Toni Kroos. Jude Bellingham is literally the man in football right now. I hope he wins the Copa Trophy towards the end of the year, and in doing so, he would have deserved the award that he was supposed to win last year, because he's come off of a hot season from Borussia Dortmund, with him being named the Bundesliga Player of the Season last season, and now with starting in Real Madrid, he's the main man, pulling through an iconic celebration for us to all remember him, donning the iconic number 5 jersey which Zinedine Zidane donned at the Galacticos. Jude Bellingham is literally living up to his billing, and he's currently worth every penny, producing marauding runs through the midfield, and even if he has a quiet game, you're able to find him at the right place at the right time in the box, scoring all different types of goals right now, producing man of the match performances like the one against Atletico Bilbao at the beginning of the season, as well as Almeida. We waited to see him don the Galactico Blanco jersey with his first match at the new Santiago Bernabeu. We expected greatness from him, and he produced it against Getafe, scoring a last-minute winner. And then in his day before Real Madrid in the Champions League, he was able to produce the same, finding himself at the right place in the right time, succeeding off of a bit of fortunate luck through Valverde's shot being deflected and falling into his path to finish in the 6-yard box. But away from that, there's a presence that he has. He's always able to make those late runs into the box, and when he has the ball, he's not losing the ball. Consistently producing brilliant performances for Real Madrid, and it feels like he's gaining a bit of a leadership role. The midfield around him is quite young, with him also being young. But in saying they're quite young, they haven't had many years at Real Madrid. Valverde last season was the first season where it felt like he was a starter, but he's always been a rotational player who gets a lot of game time, as well as featuring a lot from the start. Camavinga is beginning to come into his own, but you wouldn't label him as a senior player as he's still young. Tchouameni, it's only his second season, and beginning of the season, Toni Kroos and Modric have been rotated a lot. He's been the mainstay in the starting lineup through all the matches in the midfield. And with Vinicius Jr.'s injury, it's like there's a burden on his shoulders right now to carry the team forward. And he's doing absolutely well with them not having a world-class striker. In saying that, Joselu hasn't really done badly. Yes, he's missing sitters out there, and he has been able to get himself on the score sheet, but we can't heavily criticize him. But the role that Jude Bellingham is shifting into is definitely going to take him to even greater heights of stardom, which we'd like to see him kick on with when he represents England as well, as he scored in the friendly against Scotland recently. I hope Southgate may be taking notes from Ancelotti, as this is the way to play Jude Bellingham in unleashing the beast out of him and getting the best out of the prize signing that Real Madrid has obtained. There's still a long way to go in the season, but with KDB out, literally now we label Jude Bellingham as the best midfielder in the world. He's scoring, he's creating chances, he's taking Real Madrid to the top, having won 6 out of 6 games so far this season. He was named La Liga Player of the Month for August. Like, there aren't any more superlatives to describe this man. There's no more surprises with what he's conjuring up. And even this weekend against Atletico Madrid, if he's on the score sheet, don't be surprised at the Wanda Metropolitano. If he's getting the match-winning goal beyond the 90th minute, don't be surprised. Because he is him, Jude Bellingham. In saying that, my ballers, I hope injuries stay away from this man. I hope he ends up having a successful career at Real Madrid, as we've seen many big name signings struggle and fail. One synonymous being Eden Hazard, who lived the dream of being a Galactico, but it faded away ever so fast. Hopefully that does not happen with Jude Bellingham. And in saying that, let him continue to shine. Let him continue to shine for the Los Blancos, and let Real Madrid continue to succeed. With what he's doing right now, he's going to gain more marketability and be a bigger prized asset for Adidas. And it works well, as the club that he's representing also wears Adidas. It's all about Jude Bellingham, and we're living in the Jude Bellingham show right now, my ballers. In saying that, I hope y'all enjoyed this match day. This one was in a way dedicated to the Real Madrid supporters as well as the English supporters who follow Jude Bellingham and have followed him through his career from Borussia Dortmund, and even before maybe to those who saw him at Birmingham City, which I didn't, as he was in the Championship. But in saying that, continue to like, comment and subscribe, my ballers. And until next time, live long.